Hello, and welcome to my ongoing series on patching the large generative Polykrell. Well, it looks like we have finally made it to the end of our epic patching journey. 44 videos, 7 hours of video, and I have been able to describe what is quite possibly the largest patch ever documented on YouTube. In the last 2 final videos of this series, I just wanted to wrap up what this has all been about, some of my philosophies of how I've created this, and a brief discussion of some of the albums that I'm creating with the patch that I've now titled the Krellberg Variations. What we're listening to in the background is the final version of the Krellberg Variations patch, and it is currently performing the example score that I had created for the video series. I've set up kind of a quick and dirty stereo mix, complete with the modulated reverb, with all of the form sequences running, and all of it is running a little bit faster than I normally would for a recording, just to give us a sense of its dynamic movement as it performs throughout. So during these videos we'll probably hear it make its way through the whole form sequence several times. I'm still running the scopes that are displaying parts of our patch. The left scope is displaying the melody trace from its Krell envelope, and it's displaying the counterpart trace from its Krell envelope. The middle VU is giving us the output from the Pittsburgh sequencer. And the right-hand scope is showing us the modulated triangle wave that is driving the single quantizer that is the meat and potatoes for all of the pitches and harmonies used throughout the entire patch. You'll also be able to hear a healthy dose of the reverb and its modulations as it changes throughout the form. And then I'm just going to use the other camera to sweep around the room and give us a sense of everything that's running, the number of cables that's used, and the whole big patch from a kind of a broader perspective. If you're interested in hearing more about my compositional background, the way in which I work, and my philosophy of creating electronic music with modular synths, please check out my video interview with Rolf on Rolf Film Media, and that'll be dropping in just the next couple of weeks. There's a link here in the video. When first designing the patching behind the Krellberg Variations, I really made an effort to cover some important ground that I wanted the patch to be about and to speak to. And some of that was to be able to create multiple different melodic and harmonic voices that had correlations in note pitch, in range of pitch, speed of articulation, and numbers of different pitches and rhythms, as well as correlations across brightness and harshness of timbre. And in order to do that, I created all sorts of complex ways that are detailed throughout the video series to interlock voltages and logic across the multiple different voices. And then it was important for me that I create an overall form that would be malleable, something that I could program and have control over as the patch performed throughout its time base. to be able to keep track of all of that, I created the basic score template that I used to mark down all the different changes that would occur over time, so that even at this stage I could go back using the multiple scores that I've created for albums and reprogram in the patches, program in all those changes across all the sequencers, and lo and behold, the Krellberg would spit out very similar sounding music. I'm also very excited to announce that the most interesting and dynamic of the Krellberg Variations albums, a new work entitled A Canon of Valor, will be released on the Modular 404 label in the coming month or so. I'll put a link up on the video to their website. It's been a pleasure working with them on the release of that album, and it's something really everybody who's interested should hear, as it is the most dynamic and interesting work that I've been able to do to date. So I'm very, very excited about that project. And I would like to thank my Patreons, old and new, who have supported me through this process. You guys have already received your download codes for the new album. Let me know what you think about it. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to producing the Book of Krell, the description of the patches and diagrams. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.